announcer, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to USA Wrestling. What an action-packed hour we have on store for you. Coming up, a great studio audience with us today. A lot of things happening at USA Wrestling. Hopefully this hour, an update on the Junkyard Dog and the injury suffered last week on this program. The Spoiler is here to take on the Bullet. The big question, will the Bullet's mask come off today? We'll see within this next hour. The Sheik has another $10,000 challenger on today's program. And another thing that runs into our mind is, will the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol be one who will accept that $10,000 challenge? 5 left in the junior heavyweight tournament. We'll have a special personality profile with Scott Armstrong on that. The Bucks and Bama Bucks and Simply Divine, hey, that's heating up to be something else right here in the USA Wrestling area. Joining me now at the desk, Mr. Tennessee. Of course, the employee of Jim Cornette and his mother and his special man of the day, the Spoiler.
Charlie Platt, you know what the day is? The day you take a look. Shut up! You shut your mouth! 6'9", 303 pounds! Today is the day the mask comes off! Bullet is going to be out here! Today, shut your mouth! Today, this man, you better believe it, I'm excited!
All right, the comments of Mr. Tennessee, and we'll see within the next hour, does the mask of the Bullet come off? Right now, we're about ready for action, our first match of the day. So let's go up in the ring right now, and here's Mike Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my left, weighing in at a combined weight of 452 pounds, here is the team of sharpshooter Jason Hart and Kevin Neal. Hart and Neal. Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, making their way to ringside, a combined weight of 466 pounds from every woman's dream. Here is Simply Divine, Sexy Rexy, and Sweet Steve Dog.
Well, it's a tag team combination of Simply Divine and against Jason Hart, Kevin Neal. Neal out on the floor, and now there goes Jason Hart. Certainly, Mike Jackson. Whoa. Once again, they explode as they hit the ring.
Charlie, maybe they were tag team champions in 23 countries because they know about tag team wrestling, and they're all over these guys.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Right in the mouth.
Oh, that one turned his head around. Good forearm smash by the guy who calls himself Sexy Rexy, I believe.
Sexy Rexy, kind of a cocky name, don't you think? Beautiful suplex.
Beautiful suplex, well executed by Rex. Of course, Rex and Steve's tag team of Simply Divine takes his man back into those ring ropes, coming off good clothesline. And boy, he is just, he's tearing this Jason Hart apart right here on television.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes all the difference in the world of tag team wrestling. They're all over. They're not giving them any time to breathe. See, as soon as that one guy stepped in, Steve Doll's right on top of it. Beautiful.
Well executed. Out of nowhere. That, you know, he did not telegraph that one. Couldn't see that was coming.
Charlie, I'll tell you one thing. They've been doing a lot of talking in this area. I mean, a whole lot of talking. But it looks like to me they back up a little bit of that talking.
I was going to say the same thing, Mike. The more I see, the more I am a believer in this tag team combination.
Well, they're very cocky. They're very arrogant. You may not like them. You don't have to like them. It just said that they're here for one reason, and they're here for these tag team titles, and looks like they're on their way. You know, last week, Charlie, they set the record. They set a a USA record at this time for a quick pin, and the Bama Bucks were only 1 second behind them last week. I think one was like 30 seconds, one was like 31.
We're going to go back on today's program and take a look at that. That is simply amazing. Whoa. Just a slap to the face of Kevin Neal.
That's an attention getter. That's what you call the old attention getter right there.
I believe they have the full attention side suplex now by Sexy Rexy of Simply Divine. Tag is made with Steve in over boot to the side of the rib cage.
That's a new move I hadn't been using, Charlie. It looks like to me every week they're coming up with new stuff. That's just an old move. That's just a fist to the top of the head and take it if you can.
Hard right puts Neal back down on the canvas, trying to get up and regain some composure here, but grabs him by the hair. Tag is made with Rex. And back into the ring ropes he goes. Whoop, here it is. Double DDT.
Whoa, double DDT.
that will spell the end of this one. As it's over. Your winners of the match, once again, the team of Simply Divine. And they just completely demolished their opponents there. Taking a look again as both men take their opponent into the ring roast. There is that devastating double DDT.
That's right, devastating is right.
And
hey, put the mic over here. We got something to say. Now, we hold the record right here for the quickest wins on TV. And I'll tell you something else. There's a couple of yellow egg-sucking dogs in the back. You guys can understand talk like that, can't you bunch of rednecks? But let me tell you something. If the Bama Bucks have any guts right now, we'll beat them right in the middle, and we'll beat that record we set here last week. We'll beat them under 30 seconds.
I don't hardly see you doing that with the Bama Bucks.
Yeah, you don't hardly see nothing because you got 4 eyes. But anybody knows with any kind of taste. If you want a piece of us, let's get it on right now.
Hey, you get, your dream has come true.
Oh, you want a piece of us?
Your dream has come true, gentlemen. The ring belongs to you, Wendell Cooley, and Steve Armstrong. The Bama Bucks are ready to meet that challenge, and I'd love to see a record being broke here as far as a pinfall is concerned. That very cautiously coming up on the apron, but hey, they don't seem like they want any part of these Bama Bucks. Not today and maybe not tomorrow. But still, the confrontation continues between the two. Wendell Cooley going outside. Hey, they're heading back to the dressing area. We'll be back with more action on USA Wrestling. You stay with us.
USA Wrestling continues after this brief pause.
One stuffy nose, one sore throat, one bad cough.
Come to our Tuesday party for food and fun.
USA Wrestling comes to Birmingham, Alabama, my hometown, March the 15th, 7:30 p.m., the Battle of Boutwell. I'm right here with the Bama Bucks, but guys, you've got to hear the comments of Simply Divine before you say a word.
Okay. Let me tell you something, boys. March 15th in Birmingham, Bama Bucks. We got news for you. You know, your guns aren't the only thing you've been shooting off. You've been shooting off your mouth. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't calling the shots anymore, boys. We got the women, we got the money, we got the know-how, and we got the quickest win right here in USA Wrestling. So let me tell you something. You're not calling the shots. We say how, we say when, and we say where. So get ready, Bama Bucks. That's right, you know, Steve Armstrong, Wendell Cooley. It takes more than a couple weeks to become a great tag team. You see, my partner and I, we've held tag team titles all around the world, baby. 23 to be exact. Can you count that high? And I can guarantee you the Battle of Boutwell is going to be no different. Fellas, March 15th, get ready, because I can guarantee you, me and my partner, we're not getting our shoulders pinned to the mat. Dig it.
Bucks are talking some big talk.
You know something, Michael? There's one thing that Steve and myself don't like, and that is threats. We were sitting around the campfire last night running some trot lines, sitting around strumming on the old flat top, and we were singing a song, Michael, Older Women Make Beautiful Lovers, and all of a sudden one of the boys said, hey, I got a request. Can you guys do A Country Boy Can Survive? And something hit me right in my mind about that time, Michael, and I said, you're right, son, a country boy can survive. And these two old country boys will survive. We've been survivors all our lives, Jack. That's what I'm talking about. We've bled the blood. We've sweated the sweat, and we'll go as far as to say this, that the day we were born, the doctors came in and said, we're sorry, missus, but we did all we could, and they pulled through anyway. He said, but I want to warn you, you're going to have problem childs on your hand. We've been causing problems for people all our lives, and in Birmingham, we're going to cause you a big one, Jack.
The Battle of Boutwell. Television event, one fall, 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my left at a combined weight of 438 pounds, the team of Storm, Roberts, and Dan Sawyer. Sawyer and Roberts. And ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ringside area, the music tells the story from the cradle of the Confederacy. Combined weight 462 pounds. Here are the Bama Bucks.
Well, those Bama Bucks hit the ring again here on USA Wrestling. And the accomplishments of these two individuals in their professional wrestling careers would take the better part of 2 hours on their individual accomplishments, and then what they've done already as a tag team combination would take probably another hour to go over. Outstanding athlete Steve Armstrong now picks his man up, backbreaker. Drops that elbow into the upper chest area. Into the ring ropes goes his opponent, takes his man up, bit over, a back body drop. Tag is made with Wildcat Wendell Cooley and the Bama Bucks. Catch their opponent coming off. Cooley now. Oh! Heard that one all the way in town. Hard right by Wildcat Wendell Cooley on Dan Sawyer. Good reversal by Sawyer. It was a clothesline of Wendell Cooley that came out on top in that one. Good effort by Sawyer, but Cooley just a step ahead of things. Double back body drop. Sawyer again hits the canvas. Steve Armstrong takes his man. Arm bar. Tag is made with Storm Roberts. And hey, isn't this situation between Simply Divine and these Bama Bucks heating up here at USA Wrestling? A lot was said a few moments ago by Rex and Steve, but hey, when it came down to let's get the job done, we saw a quick exit on their part. I don't think they'll be setting any records off of the team of Wildcat Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, who just laid a clothesline into Storm Roberts over on those in that turnbuckle. Double chop. And their man hits the canvas. Cooley takes Roberts now up, full body slam. Drops the elbow into the upper chest area. Good to have John Johnson, sports editor for the Dothan Eagle, out enjoying the matches today at USA Wrestling. Always great to see him, and admire of his writing in the Dothan Eagle each and every day. Side headlock now by Steve Armstrong. Roberts backs Armstrong over into the corner, right thrown to the upper chest area. Boot to the midsection, another boot to the midsection by Storm Roberts. Armstrong a bit dazed. Collar and elbow, lock up. From behind, high up. He goes. Oh, comes down with that suplex on Storm Roberts. Steve Armstrong taking it back to the basics. Tag is made with Wildcat Wendell Cooley now. Cooley going airborne, second rope, comes down, drops the elbow into the shoulder of Storm Roberts, and the tag is made with Dan Sawyer, and Cooley says, hey, you need a little help getting in the ring? I'll be glad to take care of that. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Sawyer, and again, good boot to the midsection, a series of rights, chop to the chest area. Wildcat Wendell Cooley just unleashing the punishment on Dan Sawyer. On today's edition of USA Wrestling, an update of the Junkyard Dog. Hopefully we'll have a little later on today. The spoiler against the Bullet. Ooh, good teamwork on the part of the Bama Bucks and the old-fashioned Bulldog. It's over. Your winner of the match, your winners, I should say, are the team of Steve Armstrong and Wildcat Wendell Cooley, the Bama Bucks, on today's edition of USA Wrestling. Let's take a look, if we can, again at Steve Armstrong taking Sawyer in. There's Wendell Cooley tagging in. Good move here. Gets that extra momentum. And now it's Wildcat Wendell Cooley with the old-fashioned Bulldog. Puts Dan Sawyer away, and another victory for the Bama Bucks here on USA Wrestling. And gentlemen, hey, while you catch your breath, we have had last week on this program, we had a record set as far as the time elapsed in a pinfall and tag team action. Simply Divine defeated their opponents 1 second. They were 1 second under you guys as far as the tag team action last week on this program is concerned. Interesting point brought up by Jerry Finn, our director. Right now, let's take a look at the record set last week on television with Simply Divine and their tag team opponents.
Divine!
Simply Divine just plowing into their opponents on this edition of USA Wrestling. Still just, I tell you what, a loss of words as to what we saw happen to the Junkyard Dog moments ago. Through the ring ropes goes the... Oh! Back body drop, double teaming their opponent, and again into the ring ropes he goes, kicks their man, doubles him over, double DDT. It's over. It is. Pretty quick match.
That was a quick match. I just want to say to all the good people watching right now to let you know that the Bama Bucks, Wendell, Cooley, and Steve Armstrong, we don't mean to be too vicious on these boys or too hard on them that we're getting in here and taking on in the ring. But these guys, Simply Divine, have come in and they've got in our crawl real bad. So it's bringing out the animal in us, making us worse people than we really are, and we don't like that.
That's understandable.
We ain't taking any prisoners.
Well, that's understandable, gentlemen. Let's take a look now at the match that you guys had that was 1 second longer than the match that Simply Divine had last week on this television program. Well, we know who the crowd favorite is here. Bama Bucks hit the ring against Jim Rose and David Patterson, and we have got us a situation here in the back right now, but hopefully, it's back there a moment ago, we have a injured one Junkyard Dog in the hands of Boris Zhukov. Whoa, what a clothesline coming off. Tag is made with Steve Armstrong. He's going upstairs against... Whoa! It's over. Well, this one didn't last long. That's some fast tag team action.
Well, you know something, Charlie? I'm not going to take anything away from Simply Divine. 40 seconds is very good. It's a very impressive win. But we're not out here trying to run a race. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about a well-oiled machine right here, something we didn't build in 2 weeks. And let me tell you why it's such a well-oiled machine. The number one reason that Steve Armstrong and myself, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, is a fine, well-oiled machine is because we don't have any egos to contend with. We have a common goal, and that's to be the tag team champion. Now, let me go as far as to say this. Charlie Platt, a couple nights ago, Steve and myself got together with a few old friends of ours sitting around the campfire running some trot lines down on the river. We were picking on the flat tops, you know, and one of the guys said, I got a request for a song if you don't mind playing it. And what happened was a light clicked on inside my head, and I looked at Steve, and I said, Steve, listen to this, brother. A country boy can survive. And we're going to survive because we are country boys. We are country boys. We've always been survivors, and we'll be survivors until the end, Jack. What I'm telling you is we're after you. We have issued you a challenge. If you're man enough to do it, look us in the face and take us on right here.
Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, the Bama Bucks. Well, here's the update we have on the Junkyard Dog. Not a lot of information for you, but we do know that he has been hospitalized, undergoing therapy at this time. It was because of an incident that took place last week on this program. And it started actually the day before when Junkyard Dog was visiting the Dothan Boys Club. Let's take a look and pick up the action, what happened on last week's program.
Okay, this is from the USAA Wrestling and also from Junkyard Dog himself and all my many fans I know over the years that have given things to the community. So communities have given things to us that now we're trying to pay something back. So this is a check from the USAA in the behalf of the Junkyard Dog USA Wrestling. Look at the dog. Everybody, look at that camera. Look at the dog.
He's a one-of-a-kind, the Junkyard Dog, and if we could, back in the dressing room, I'd like to get him out right now. He's been watching this on the monitor, and if we could get old JYD himself to come through the door. Ladies and gentlemen, the Junkyard Dog. Sir, congratulations to you for all that you have done for a lot of young people, not only here in Alabama, but whether it be in Washington State, wherever you may be. You always do a little extra. You take the time to be a part of their lives and give them a word of encouragement. And in the society we live today, that is so important. I got a little something for you, JYD. On behalf of everyone in the professional wrestling industry, and on behalf of these fans out here, I'd like to present this to you. It's called Professional Wrestling's Big Brother Award to the Junkyard Dog, February 13th, 1993. And that's just for the many times that you have taken your time, my friend, to stop by and, as we just saw on that tape, be a part of so many young people's lives.
Well, I'd like to thank all the people out here in the state of Alabama for giving me this opportunity, and also to the Boys Club for showing up yesterday. And I wish everybody a good blessing, and God be with you. And I'm going to try to do my darndest to keep this thing going. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Junkyard Dog, and you're about ready to go in the ring right now.
So right now I got to get up and do what I do best.
Dog takes his man into those ring ropes. Good. Clothesline coming off, and whoa, good headbutt by JYD, and quite a contrast of the humble individual we just saw a few seconds ago, because when he gets in that squared circle, it's competition, and he has one thing on his mind, and that is to win. Oh, power slam by the Junkyard Dog. It's over. The 3 count goes down, and your winner is the Junkyard Dog. And, you know, he's quite an individual, and you'll see him in these boys' clubs all over the country. Big brother, wait a minute. Hold it. A clothesline from Boris Zhukov. The Russian warhead has stormed the ring and is going after the Junkyard Dog. Dog defeated his opponent, headbutt, puts JYD out on the floor. The Dog dazed, and it takes a lot to do that now. Zhukov, wait a minute. No, not on this floor. Hold it. Wait, pile driver. A pile driver on the Junkyard Dog right here on the floor. Boris Zhukov, obviously. Wait a minute. This is disgusting. This is just unheard of. Still disgusting to watch that particular piece of videotape, and the injury senselessly administered to the Junkyard. Well,
My first example. I told you I was going to make an example, and I made my example. The Junkyard Dog is through. He's finished. You're not going to see him again. It's all over. No more Junkyard Dog.
We can do this. No more Boris Zhukov. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
USA Wrestling continues. Don't you dare go away.
The meeting place for all your holiday entertaining. Everything from select delegates.
The star-studded show coming your way March the 15th, 7:30 p.m. The Battle of Boutwell. The stars are going to rain down on you. And here's one of the stars, Austin Idol, the Universal Heartthrob.
Oh, Mike, I feel so good, man. I can't hardly stand my bad self. You know, Mike, the pressure, it is starting to build. And the adrenaline is starting to flow. And I can feel it in my body, Mike, the intensity. It's like a volcano that is ready to blow. And, you know, I got a feeling. I got a feeling it is going to blow. I believe it. And I got a feeling it's going to be on a Monday night. And it's going to be in March. And it's going to be on the 15th. And it's going to be at 7:30. You know what it means when they say 7:30 at Boutwell? That means all the little kiddies still have time to go out and see their favorite wrestlers and get home and get all snuggled up in their beds and still be able to get up in enough time to go to school. Someone said to me the other day, says, Austin, what do you do in your spare time? And I said, spare time? What spare time? Sure, I am a very busy individual. You see, I spend my spare time, I'm healing the sick, and I'm raising the dead, and I'm making all these pretty girls in Boutwell and all around Alabama scream and shout out of their heads. Someone said, what is he on, man? What is Austin Idol on? Is he taking something? Look at the back of the shirt. It says, just say no to drugs because, you see, I don't need nothing to get me high. I wake up in the morning and I feel so good. I take me a double dose of life, baby, L-I-F-E. And yes, I did pay attention in school. I can count. And I'll tell you something else. Somebody, whoever it may be in Boutwell, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be, but they better be able to count too, because I'm going to do some planting, baby. I'm going to plant these babies all over somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this special television event, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my left, weighing in at 288 pounds from Tallahassee, Florida, here's Sid Owens. And ladies and gentlemen, the music will tell the story. Weighing in at 242 pounds from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Your referee, Larry Wendell.
Well, it's the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol.
I think Charlie Simon said it best a long time ago in a song. Nobody does it better. Listen at the idol. Look at
it. And the Universal Heartthrob has something for a lot of the ringside folks today. Got some T-shirts he decided to bring along and throw out to the crowd.
I hope they don't have a fight over him because he is hot property. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, we got enough cameras. I guess we can cover the action and move him into the ring. There we go. Another one goes out. And again, while he's doing this, hopefully next week we'll have some words from the Junkyard Dog. And a matter of words digging his own grave with his situation with the Junkyard Dog.
He's going to keep on running that big head. And he's got a big head, Charlie, if you know what I mean. I know the dog. Dog ain't out. Now, dog might be down, but I'm going to tell you something. As the old country boy said, he's just not out yet.
No sirree, and we're about ready for action in this one as the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol takes on Sid Owens. Still to come, will the spoiler take the mask from the bullet? You would have cared to make a little side wager over here?
I've seen the spoiler so many times. He is 6'9", weighs 308 pounds, walks over the top rope, he can walk the ring ropes and everything just like a junior heavyweight. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a match I've been looking forward to. Bullet may have the biggest challenge at all.
Plus, we've got another challenge for the Iron Sheik in the $10,000 challenge. In the meantime, it is Sid Owens taking some short moves here on the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol full body slam on the Idol.
I believe Sid Owens had all the T-shirts and all the flamboyancy and the pageantry he wanted. He's ready to wrestle. He's all over Idol. You know, if Sid Owens could beat Austin Idol, what a big win that would be right here on TV for him today.
Oh, caught by that right as he came off of the second rope. Good left connection by Idol. Puts Sid Owens back down on the canvas. Takes his man again, firing away at Owens, and again. Series of lefts and a good right. Puts Owens down on the canvas.
And those eyes glazed and rolling in the back of his head, Charlie, or what?
Exactly. Now, takes that big man up. How much did he say he weighed?
He weighed 288 on his sheet, but he looks like to me 295 if he's an ounce.
Exactly. I was figured him for about a 300-pounder. Up on that second ring rope he goes. And what's going to transpire here? Oh, big elbow. Elbow into the chest area, and this could be it.
This is what it's all about. It's his trademark. I've seen him put it on Ric Flair. I've seen him put it on the greatest in the world. You don't get out of the Universal leg lock.
Las Vegas leg lock by the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. And Mr. Owens says yes. He gives up. It is over, and your winner of the match is the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. The hold that won it was, of course, the Las Vegas leg lock. We've got a lot of action still to come on USA Wrestling. Stay with us right now. Let's take a look at this again. There he goes, twisting around. Clamps it down. What happens here?
Beautiful. It's simple. He's got all the pressure on those knees, and there's no way that Sid Owens can get out of it. The only hope he would have is possible to turn him over, but you see Austin Idol has bridged himself up on an arm. There's no way that he can get out of that. It's no problem.
All right, I'd like to get the Idol to come over here. Austin, if you could we get a word with you? If you got a moment or two, come on over. Good victory. as he took the match over Sid Owens here on USA Wrestling. A lot of action still to come, and hey, the chant USA can only mean one thing, and that's that the Iron Sheik is in the studio.
That's my kind of music, Mike, there. That's about as sweet a song I've ever heard as USA. And to tell you the truth, this guy's got to be a little bit rattled when he hears it, huh?
Yes, sirree. And right now we're about ready for the second challenge we've had on television, the $10,000 Persian clubs. And let's go up to the ring right now if we could. And here is Mike Jackson.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans all over the world, the Iron Sheik has a $10,000 challenge. He has the money with him to anyone, football players, weightlifters, bodybuilders, anybody who can twirl the clubs. He will double as many times as you do it. He will show the proper technique as he always does. He's asked everybody not to say USA. Nobody's saying USA, please. Told him not to say that. You will show him the proper technique of how it is to be done. Bobby Morgan, his challenger today. Bobby will do it, and as many times as he can do it, the Sheik will have to double what you do, or Bobby Morgan, $10,000 will be your money.
Yeah.
The Iron Sheik, Iran's answer to the Olympics many, many years. He has the technique. You must twirl the clubs exactly like he's doing it. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's not even breaking a sweat. 16. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Morgan out of Florida, a high school wrestler himself, a top football player. Bobby weighs in at 294 pounds. He's accepted the challenge, $10,000, if he can twirl the clubs. When you're ready, Bobby. He's got him up. He's got him up. He's got him up. Well, maybe one out of there. Maybe one time. I saw one good one, Sheik. Okay, Sheik said he did 4. He'll give him credit for 4. You got to do at least 8, Sheik. He says he will do at least 10 and go 2.5 times what Bobby Morgan did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's well over it. He's well over it. Still, the $10,000 is intact. Nobody has touched it. There's your money, Sheik. Nobody has touched it.
Mike Jackson, and here we see another one comes down, and nobody takes the money. And the Iron Sheik is...
Please give it a record. Astronaut, you coming over here, brag about yourself. You go in the gym, you training, you are ready, you are pretty, you are tough, you are another Hulk Hogan, all of the Hollywood blondes. Why don't you come to the Iron Sheik Club and take the $10,000 lot of poor people in Alabama? You want to be an American hero? Come to my club, win the $10,000, give it to poor people. But I think you are not all American, Capitan and pilots in overseas. We know how to shoot him down, take him down. Now, I'm going to shoot single leg, double leg, take you down, and after that, I'm going to say, Astronaut, pop!
My question is for you, Idol, not understanding everything he said, but are you going to accept this challenge?
You know, Charlie, I said this before, I'll say it again. You know, it really doesn't bug me that much when he personally insults me, but I know this is either 2 or 3 occasions where he's referred to all the pilots that fought for our freedom that were shot down. Some of them did not come back from the Persian Gulf. I'll tell you what I will do, Charlie. I'll make you this promise. Next week, I will make a decision, and I'll give it to you right now and everybody else, whether or not I'm going to accept this challenge. Next week, you got my decision.
All right. The Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol says he'll let us know next week. Well, we've been dealing a lot with the big heavyweights of professional wrestling. Let's take a look at what's happening in the junior heavyweight division. And here's our personality profile. Welcome to our personality profile segment of USA Wrestling. My special guest today is Scott Armstrong. And Scotty, it's been a long road in this junior heavyweight elimination competition, and we're down to 5 individuals now. And you're fortunate, and in talking to you before we went on camera, you are feel fortunate to be in that group.
I definitely feel fortunate. You know, it's a very elite group to be in the Final 5 in any tournament. And right here to be in, you know, in the state of Alabama is where my whole family and myself, we all got started right here, and it would really be a feather in my cap to be able to take this beautiful belt that's here in front of us and take it home and show Mama and make her proud. You know what I'm talking about, Charlie?
Exactly. The other 4 of the 5 finalists will be Paul Rougeau out of Canada, a well-known professional athlete. Right. Michael Mason, who is well-known in the Mid-South wrestling area. And from Mexico, Pedro Hernandez. Add to that the magnificent Magliano. And that's a fellow that you've had quite a bit of psyching experience with of recent weeks.
That's exactly right. You know, he's got a real serious attitude, and he's in it for the business, but I want him to understand one thing. You know, I come from a wrestling family. I was born and raised on wrestling. It's what put clothes on my back all my life, the food on the table all my life. And when I sit here and look into the camera, I can tell you, Mr. Magliano, one thing. Scott Armstrong, don't take me lightly, brother. I've been there, and I've held the United States heavyweight or junior heavyweight title before. And I tell you what, when it comes down to right here in the state of Alabama, I can't think of nowhere else I'd rather have the finals than right here.
One of your elimination matches, Scott, took place on television here at USA Wrestling about 3 weeks ago, and that was with Ken Dillinger, who proved to be a double tough competitor. He was at the edge, shall we say, of the weight division. Quite a bit of weight you gave up to this man. Let's take a look at what happened with Ken Dillinger, and even after the match, he did not want to stop here. You had defeated him 1, 2, 3, and hey, he wanted some more because you cut him out of the money.
Well, when you roll the film, you'll see he got more, definitely.
Anything he can do to make Scott lose his breath.
And that's what he's doing. He's continuing to clamp down with the pressure. Takes Armstrong up. Body slam. Now Dillinger looking around into the corners. He's going up on the first rope. Second rope. We'll see. Oh, nobody.
Yeah, you got it before.
Nobody home.
And here's what Scott Armstrong is all about. Look at that. Fire on him, Scotty. Ooh. He racked him, but the big man didn't go down.
Good form.
There he goes.
Another shot to the side of the head.
Anything from the top or second is risky, Charlie. Anytime.
Whoa.
Or somebody at home.
Beautiful. It's over. That flying body press got it done. And your winner, he'll advance on. It's down to 6 now. Super kick. Scott Armstrong is your winner of the match. And Dillinger obviously don't want to see this one end either. Well, let's... Dillinger now. Good reversal by a super kick, and there it is.
Well, there it is, Charlie.
I've seen that one win quite a few matches for a super kick and well-named.
I tell you what, I'd love to have that picture right there sitting on the mantle at my house, brother. And from what I understand, it sent that poor boy straight to the dentist. But, hey, you know, I mean, I'd won the match fair and square. I'm in this to wrestle. My father raised me on wrestling. Me and all my brothers raised us on wrestling. And he wants to back jump and do what he's got to do. Well, brother, you know, I didn't spend 4 weeks in Japan in 1992 for nothing, brother. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm hoping that it's all going to pay off and everything's going to come together. We're down to about 2 or 3 weeks away from the finals of this tournament right here in the state of Alabama, and I just want to be there. That's all I'm asking.
We do have some comments sent in by the magnificent Magliano concerning this U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship round, and let's hear from the magnificent Magliano.
You people have heard it all before. First there were 20, then there were 6. Well, after my match last week with Davey Rich, I eliminated him and knocked it down to 5. Well, this week I had to travel all the way to the Budokan in Tokyo, Japan, to go up against Norio Hanaga, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion of Japan. and he fell just like everyone before him. I tell you, brother, you'd have thought Elvis Presley rose from the dead and made a special appearance in Japan the way the people mobbed me. It took 3 hours and 50 police escorts for me to get out of the building. Well, I'm out, and I'm on my way back to the United States. Scott Armstrong, it's down to 4, and they still say you're the favorite. Well, brother, I've got something to prove to myself and to prove to you. So I'm going to come back to that armpit of the world, Alabama, and me and you are going to hook them up. It's only a matter of time. It's going to be down to 2. Scott Armstrong, it may be you and I. And believe me, there will be a magic moment, and that U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship belt will be mine.
Well, Scott, we've heard the comments of Magnificent Magliano, and just as you have your super kick, he's got that magnificent moment he talks about. Right. And why not let's take a look right now at the magnificent moment. Magliano say the things he did.
You like that? What a suplex. Beautiful suplex, and that was about tailor-made. You couldn't draw that up any better on a picture than what he just did. Straight up, vertical, had him completely up, dropped him right on his neck the whole way. Joey Magliano, I'm telling you, Joey Magliano is no stranger to this ring, I'm telling you.
No, indeed, he is not. Whoa.
Beautiful flying forearm. I believe it was a guy like Manny Fernandez that made a living doing that kind of stuff, knocking guys out with flying forearms. You know, boy, I'm really looking forward to. There's a lot of things on this program today, Charlie. Magnificent moment, he's saying.
Ooh, that is it.
I've never seen anybody get up from that.
It is over. There we have it. We've got 5 magnificent athletes remaining. Only one can be champion. Best of luck to you, Scott Armstrong.
Thank you
for being on our personality profile.
There's more tough ringside action coming up on USA Wrestling, so stay right there.
All new Insta-Peel. Now peel potatoes, carrots.
30 p.m., Boutwell Auditorium. We're calling it the Battle of Boutwell. I'm here with 2 of the world-class stars of the USA, Boris Zhukov. And Boris, you have a garbage can full of something.
Yeah. You know what I have? You know what this is, don't you? What's left of the Junkyard Dog? The Graveyard Dog. Yeah, he's through. He's finished. You're not going to see the Junkyard Dog no more. I told you people before that I had my sights set on somebody. The Junkyard Dog. And I did what I said. I kept my promises. And I have another promise. I have a new weapon, a new warhead that you will see soon from Zhukov. And no one will stop me. Ostinato, the Bullet, you want to step in the ring with Zhukov? The same thing would happen to you that happened to the Junkyard Dog. He's through. He's finished.
Our Sheik?
I hope intelligent people understand what is Mr. Zhukov said. And also, I heard Mr. Aston Adel supposed to be all-American hero with that yellow shirt he have on, with that yellow hair he have on. He remind me another Hulk Hogan. Look at him good. Kill the cameraman so much. Mr. Aston Adel, Bully, Armstrong family, University of Alabama, and still nobody found out to be survivor like Wendell Kelly said. What kind of country boy you are? If you are tough, if you are rock, come show me. Try it. Austin Adler, Bully, Wendell Kelly, whatever you guys want. All tough football player, wrestler, basketball player. We are ready. We're both ready. From Moscow, Russia, to Tehran, Iran, to USA Wrestling Federation. Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this television main event, 1 fall. Special TV expiration of time in the ring, 6'9", 308 pounds. Undefeated, unmasked. Here is the spoiler. And ladies and gentlemen, he's bad to the bone. He weighs 234 pounds. Marietta, Georgia, nobody does it better than the Bullet! The Bullet!
Well, it's the Bullet. And time to go to school, time for the test. Will the mask come off? He's giving up quite a bit of weight and stature to this guy.
This is what I've been waiting on, Charlie. So are the people. Man.
Collar.
What a big old guy.
He takes him by that left arm, tries to bar it up. Spoiler, though, throws a right. Puts the Bullet off balance, takes him into the ring ropes. Good elbow coming off. And now starts to work on that shoulder. And good fist into the upper part of the back.
6'9", 306 pounds, and he's already got the claw. That's his trademark. That's what got him where he is. Charlie, I told you earlier, I've seen him do this 1,000 times, and he's 6 foot. Now, he's in the rafters. His head is in the lights.
Look at this, would you?
Look at him walking
like a cat. Just... Whoa! Didn't work out. He is. Chop to the upper chest area. Another chop from the Bullet. The Bullet takes his man. Another chop. And the big man hits the canvas.
The Bullet is on fire. He's all together now.
Up ducks his man. Comes in. Flying body drop. It's over. And it's over again for the spoiler. Mr. Tennessee. Look at the Bullet. The Bullet goes to work on it.
Come on, Bullet.
We're supposed to be impartial, remember that?
I forgot, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I didn't mean that.
The spoiler now, right, he is going to hold for Mr. Tennessee. But Bullet puts those boots up there. Another chop to the upper chest area of the spoiler.
Is he going for the mask?
He is going for the mask. Mr. Tennessee now, dropping the elbow.
You might need some help. These are two big old guys.
Yes, they are. Oh, caught Mr. Tennessee. Now takes the spoiler, puts him down head first into the canvas, and he's going for that mask. He is unmasking the spoiler right here on television.
He's never been unmasked, Charlie. He's never been unmasked.
Well, it's about time that...
black hair. I see black... Oh, he's off. It's off.
You can change that now. He has unmasked the spoiler on TV. Bullet stands in the ring tall with the mask in hand. And we've got more action to come on USA Wrestling.
USA Wrestling continues after this brief pause.
You've got a bad cough, but you've also got a sore throat and a stuffy nose. Put yourself in one place where the vapor action formula of Hall's Mentholyptus means real medicine to feel better fast. 3 symptoms, 1 place. The Halls of Medicine.
There's a certain itch that's so private, most people will only discuss it with their doctor. Fortunately, you can get Anusol HC1 ointment over the counter with the same prescription strength doctors have prescribed most.
I must have been distracted at the store, because when I got home, I realized the cereal I bought was multi-grain Cheerios. I'm thinking, multi-grain? What's that? It seems it's 4 different kinds of those. Each one is a different grain, a different taste. It's delicious. It's healthy, but not boring. I like it.
The multi-good taste of multi-grain Cheerios. Discover it for yourself.
The next morning I get up, the box is empty. The kids discovered it.
The Big Apple, fastest city on Earth. We're here to introduce something new. Oatmeal crisp with apples. With so much to savor, no one can rush through a bowl. Crispy pieces of real apple and a touch of cinnamon. Plus big flakes bursting with hearty oatmeal baked to a brown sugar crunch. A Big Apple tastes so new, everyone's taking their sweet time. Apples, the taste that refuses to be rushed.
March 15th, 7:30 p.m., Battle of Boutwell. I'm here with one of the top USA stars, Bullet, and I see you're holding a trophy of your own right there, the Mask of the Spoiler. It had never been done until today.
Well, it's been done now, brother.
I was here.
Battle of Boutwell, brother. I'm going to be taking some more masks off now. I understand Mr. Tennessee's real upset because we took away their ace in the hole. They brought in the big man, 6'9", 300 pounds. They thought they could get the job done with a big man. Well, it ain't always the big man that comes out on top.
Well, Bullet, he is irate. He is going crazy in Studio B. Let's go to him and hear his comments.
Bullet, what am I going to do? What is it going to take? I threw all the stuff that I got, and you keep coming back. What am I going to do? Big 6'9", big spoiler. You take his mask off. Let me tell you something. Why don't you get in the ring? Why don't you get in there? Why don't you come take my mask? Why don't you do it? Battle of Birmingham. You can't do it. You're not going to do it. Get in the ring. I'm sick. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Get ready. Get in the ring. I'm coming after you in Birmingham.
Bullet sounds like he's tired of the bounty hunters. He wants to do it himself.
Well, they say if you want a job done right, do it yourself. But so far, he's got nothing but losers. And I'll tell you what, I'll accept that challenge. If he wants to get in the ring right now, I'll get my boots back on, I'll put the straps back on, tighten up the old mask, and I'll come back and do it. Because lately, Mike, he's making me a nervous wreck. I'll be at home bench pressing 400 pounds. I'll look back and say, gosh, I wonder if the spoiler's around.
I know what you're saying.
I wonder if he's going to kick the bench over and all them weights fall on my face. I've had that happen already, and I'm still a nervous wreck about it. I'm sick of it. How long in this bull jiving going to go on? Well, it's going to come to a stop in just a few minutes because I'm going to get the boots back on. I'm going to see you in the ring, and we're going to see if Mr. Motormouth, Mr. Buglemouth, can do what he says he's going to do. He wants that money so bad that he's losing track of what's going on. He wants this mask so bad he's thinking money, 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 dollar signs, dollar signs. Well, I'm going to let you be seeing something else in just a few minutes. I'm going to let you be seeing stars.
I can't wait to see it. USA Wrestling.
I plan to give you some highlights. If you'd like to have USA Wrestling as a fundraiser in your area, Jerry, if we can put the number up. I don't know what I'm going to have time to do. We got Mr. Tennessee in the ring. If we can go up there, and the bullet is hitting the ring. So, hey, this thing is on. It is on right now as Mr. Tennessee takes the bullet up, full body slam. I don't know how much time we have on the program. He takes a shot to the upper chest and another shot to the upper chest. The bullet going after Mr. Tennessee, simply divine over there. And there, right now, here comes Wendell Cooley. Here comes Steve Armstrong. Next week, hopefully some words on the dog. We'll have the idol's decision. Magliano returns. The bullet bounty continues. But what are we going to have here? How much? I don't know how much time we left, air time left on the program. But in the ring, we have got full of the bullet, Steve Armstrong, and Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Simply Divine came out to help Mr. Tennessee. But hey, they found Cooley and Armstrong there, and it cut them off. It sent them back to the dressing room. I don't know if somebody can let us know if we have any time remaining on the show or what's going on, but we had an unexpected match right there from the bullet and Mr. Tennessee. That bounty continues here in the USA area on on the bullet by Mr. Tennessee, Jim Cornette and his mother. As we said, next week, hopefully, words from the dog, Idol's decision, Magliano returns, and the bullet bounty continues. We're out of time.
I know it. I ain't never seen nothing like it, but I'll be back next week. Get it over.
We'll see you then.
You've been watching USA Wrestling. Be sure to join us again next week for more ringside action on USA.